My name's Nigel Gibbons. I'm Managing Director of Unitech. We're a Microsoft Gold partner. Our key competency is in custom software development. We've been developing custom software now for over 18 years. We also have key competencies in security and also hosting. One of the new generation practices that we're pursuing is the Microsoft Package Services, supporting large account resellers, and we're accredited in the business value and SharePoint deployment planning space there, as well as launching a BPOS complementary solution built on SharePoint platform. Evolution, I think, is a questionable one at the moment, partly because of the current market dynamics. I don't believe we're going to see a fast recovery. I do agree with Steve Ballmer. I think it's going to be a slow one. He says we're not going to see a second dip. I think possibly we will. It's symptomatic of previous recessions of this size, if we look back over the last century. So for us, we're keeping our powder dry. We're not overstretching ourselves, but we are breaking into product space, or should I say product service space, around our SharePoint small business solution, it's got a working title of BizPoint at the moment. And we see this as a great growth opportunity because from a traditional service base, we're moving into something a little bit more sustainable around product. And of course, with the cloud, we're delivering it as a service. It is very much of that new generation. I think the biggest challenge has to be around intellectual property. Working both within the IT industry and fulfilling roles outside the IT industry, I see where small, medium enterprises aren't leveraging the potential that they have literally sitting on their balance sheets. So there's value sitting off balance sheet which they could tap into, attract more investment off the back of it. Investors like tangible assets. Service companies tend to be very intangible in terms of retaining value. It's the value of their client list and the goodwill. So IP represents a big opportunity, but there's an education issue. There's a big hurdle in terms of the cost of IP, the complexity of tapping into the IP network, the fragmentation globally, and generally the quality of patents globally means litigation has very different meanings in different regions. So for a small, medium enterprise business, most of them aren't even going there because it's just not feasible for them. I think the main takeaway was I was encouraged by the open-mindedness of many of the speakers. The Commission showed a willingness to share SME feedback, and I think removing bottlenecks to doing business, entrepreneurship, I think is a focus. It's part of the DG Enterprise's new review. It's one of their key mandates. And I hope we're going to see this followed through with a dropping of this contentious proprietary open source software argument or debate, let me put it politically correctly, a dropping of this because we can't afford to get ourselves into a European software apartheid environment which will simply persecute small enterprise businesses.